Hi everyone, welcome back to Dream UK. I'm Ritwik. I came here to the UK in September 2021 to pursue my master's in marketing. And then after I finished my studies, I started working here for a marketing agency. And after a year or so, I moved to London on a skilled worker visa to pursue another job. There are a few things that worked out quite well for me. So in this video, I will be talking about what steps you need to take so that you can set a good career in the UK, so that you can see a good long-term career here. A few things that you need to know about UK job market is that, first of all, here companies value skills a lot, companies value experience a lot, and they want to hire someone who's very passionate about the work. Okay, so as soon as you arrive here, the first and foremost thing that you need to do is prepare a very good CV and cover letter. So suppose you arrive in the UK in September. Um, in that scenario, by the end of November, you should have a really good CV and cover letter. If you're coming to study at a business school, then that's helpful because there is a lot of support available in terms of getting a new cover letter and CV. And that is very important because as soon as you come here, if you are a fresher, you don't have any work experience, you will probably apply for graduate jobs, right? And the application process of graduate jobs starts as soon as you come here. So if you come here in September, then applications for graduate jobs will begin in September, October, and November. I think is the peak period to apply for jobs. And then after December onwards, there will be graduate jobs available, but there will be fewer jobs available. And if in case you're not planning to do a graduate job, or if you don't get a graduate job, then your aim should be to shortlist the kind of jobs that you want to do and do some research, like shortlist 50, 60 jobs, similar jobs that are good for your profile, that align with your interest, your passion, your past experience probably. And then see the job description, what are the requirements and what are the common requirements in most of the jobs, and then start working towards those skills. There are so many things that you can do while you're here. You can do certifications, you can do courses, you can join clubs. For example, at the University of Edinburgh, there was this marketing society where they used to get pro bono projects from real companies. So that's a good place to gain some experience. You can also work part-time with companies, you can do internships. Okay, so in the initial few months, try to gain a lot of experience, so when the time comes, you can apply for jobs. Once you have made a list of skills that you need to gain, and once you start taking initiatives to enhance your profile, because like I said, here companies value skills and experience a lot, they might not even bother checking with you, where did you study, what did you study, what was your masters about. Once you have done all of this, then I would recommend start applying for part-time jobs. And you can do it as soon as you can, because while you are a student, you can work part-time for 20 hours a week. um, I started working part time during my dissertation. I started in July, and then by the end of August, I finished my dissertation. And on 3rd of September itself, I turned that role into a full time role. So I was working for a marketing agency, and I shifted from doing part time work to full time work for them. Okay, and your goal should be the same. You need to secure a part time job as soon as you can, so that you can start gaining experience in the UK job market early on. Because if you wait till your master finishes and then you start applying for jobs, then you're wasting a lot of months. And just imagine, if you, I know, because a lot of people here, I started in July, but I know people who have been working part-time since December. They came here in September, and from December onwards they started working for a UK company on a part-time basis. And by the time they graduated in August or September, they already had 9 months of UK experience on their CV, with a good company, or a company that aligns with their profession. So gaining experience early on is very, very important. That gives you an edge. And another benefit of gaining experience early on is that, for instance, you get your graduate visa after graduating in September, and you apply for your visa in November, and you get it in December. So by the time you will get your graduate visa, and suppose you started working part-time in January, then by that time you already have 1 year of experience and you haven't even got your graduate visa. So that's very important, because now if you want to have a long-term career in the UK, if you want to get a skilled worker visa sponsorship, gaining experience early on really helps. Because for instance, while you will be looking for a full-time job, suppose the first job that you get, it's not they don't offer visa sponsorship, they don't have a license. Okay, so if you work with them for a year and you don't get a visa sponsorship, and they're also not willing to apply for a license to sponsor you, in that scenario you have a lot of time to look for other jobs. Okay, suppose like myself, you started working part-time in the month of July when you're doing your dissertation, and in September you turn that into a full-time job, and by the end of June next year you will complete 1 year of experience, right? And suppose you get your graduate visa in January, so technically you have spent only 5-6 months on your graduate visa, but in reality you have completed 1 year of experience in the UK job market. And now if the company you're working at doesn't sponsor you, in that scenario you can start looking for jobs. You will still have 1.5 years remaining on your graduate visa, so it will be easier to secure a job. Because if you have only 6 months remaining on your graduate visa, it gets very hard to get a job, because the next company knows that you need a visa sponsorship within a year. They might not even hire you, and a lot of people face this difficulty when they don't have a lot of time remaining on your graduate visa, even if the company has a sponsorship license, because they don't want to sponsor you very early on. So suppose you have completed 1 year of experience here and you have only 5-6 months completed on your graduate visa, then what you can do is you can start your job application process again. You can look for jobs for 2-3 months. Hopefully you would find a job within 3 months. Suppose it takes you 3 months to get a job, in that scenario you would still have 1 year, 4 months or 3-4 months remaining on your graduate visa, right? So try to find a company with a sponsorship license. So the next company that you would be joining, it should be a company that would have a sponsorship license. And if you join that company, you can work for that company for a year and then show them your true value, work hard, show them results, let them realize that you deserve a visa sponsorship. And after a year, you can negotiate getting a visa sponsorship from them. So when hiring someone else and training someone else is more expensive than sponsoring you, company prefers to sponsor you rather than hiring another person for your position. So after working for that company for a year, you can definitely negotiate with them. And worst case scenario, if they still don't want to sponsor you, you will be left with a few more months on a graduate visa. You can still search for jobs in the UK, or you can plan if you want to move to any other European country where you might get a job, and you can simultaneously search for jobs in India and then timely move back to India with another job. So all of this would be possible if you secure a part-time job early on your student visa itself. So don't delay the process, don't procrastinate, because that won't benefit you in the long run. So if you get a job on time, it's easier for you to plan your stay in an accommodation, plan your life better. You will get more experience here, your chances of getting a visa sponsorship will increase. You will be able to maximize your time in the UK job market in terms of experience. And even if you have to go back to India, you will be going back with 2.5 years of UK experience, or even more than that if you start early on. And that's the main message that I wanted to communicate in this video. I make a lot of videos based on my experiences, based on the experiences of others, my friends and people I know here. So please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. It only takes like 5 seconds, and that motivates me to publish even more videos that will benefit you in the future. So do subscribe and press the bell icon. And if you liked what I talked about, then let me know in the comments. Your support means a lot to me. Take care. Bye.